Oh yeah, Black Sun in the Hizzle. Oh, for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. This arena this week, man. We got MD. What's going on, MD?
Peace, peace, peace. Can I be heard? Oh,
Yes, sir.
damn.
Sorry about that. Oh, I hit the thing by mistake. I'm sorry. Yeah, we can hear
Oh,
you
okay.
loud and clear, MD. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, we got three interesting articles this week that we're gonna dive into. And yeah, man, we can get it in.
All right, all right. Let me start with my favorite, and we because I know we're gonna wait on. Let me start with this one because I know you're driving. So let me pull that. I'm gonna start with Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson because this has been the thing, man. This has been the thing. So let me get to
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
it.
Now,
Yeah,
this particular article, the reason I chose this article, though, well, one is because it pertains to both Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon. Also, it's gonna provide more context as to who did what on both sides. So that's the reason I chose this particular article and also the correlation between the two. So as you read it, you'll get more context as to what's going on.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, yeah. Oh well, shit. Like I said, and it's weird because it happened at the same time. So yeah, this actually works out perfectly. So let me get started, y'all. Okay. Oh shit, them ads and shit. All right, so let me get started. It says Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson.
I don't see nothing on the screen.
Oh
I
shit,
don't know if you're sharing it or not.
that's my bad, my bad, my bad. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Share screen window. There we go. Boom. Okay, you should be able to see it now. Let me blow it up a little bit. Don't need to blow it up.
Yeah, you can blow it up a little bit. It ain't like I can read it, but
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
just for the people, you know what I'm saying?
All right, all right. Let me boom. That should be good. At 150. All right, I blew it up at 150. All right, it says Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson are hiring the same powerhouse lawyer who helped TV hosts secure multi-million dollar payouts for their old networks. Oh, sure. Okay. It says, oh, shoot. Hold on. Got some more ads. Okay. So it says the Fox News host Tucker Carlson and the CNN anchor Don Lemon both left their networks on Monday, and they have hired the same powerhouse lawyer to handle their departure, report says. Neither host has announced a lawsuit or dispute against their employer, but the litigator they've retained, Brian Friedman, has a record of helping TV hosts secure millions from their old network. Former CNN chief media correspondent Brian Stelzer said on Monday he'd been told that both Carl and Lemon were retaining Friedman's services. The New York Times reported that Lemon had hired Friedman. Messy media breakups are a staple from Friedman, who's famous for aggressively representing a laundry list of the entertainment world's most prominent figures. His clients include Vin Diesel, Quentin Tarantino, and Mariah Carey. Friedman helped Megyn Kelly secure about 30 million from NBC when she parted ways with the network in 2019. Kelly was fired halfway through the 3-year contract worth $69 million, but NBC agreed to pay her the remainder of her original salary. In 2021, it represented the longtime Bachelor host Chris Harrison, who received roughly 10 million to exit ABC after facing backlash over his comments about the show Variety Report. And let's see. Chris Como, an anchor fired by CNN in December 2021, also hired Freeman in his ongoing 125 million wrongful termination suit against the network. Limon, like Cuomo, appeared to have left CNN on a bitter note. In a tweet on Monday, Limon said that he's been terminated by CNN, and he was stunned. After 17 years at CNN, I wrote, I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly, he tweeted. It is clear that there are some longer issues at play, Limon's added. CNN has disputed Limon's statement saying that he was offered an opportunity to meet with the management, but instead released a statement on Twitter. As Carlson, the Wall Street Journal reported, he knew about his departure only about 10 minutes before the network announced it. The Daily Beast reported that Carlson told his staff, I have no idea what is going on. Friedman did not immediately respond to the insider's request for comment for Carlson, and Limon sent outside regular business hours. Limon's agent did not immediately respond to the similar requests. So, okay, so they both saying they didn't know. Shit. Okay. Want to welcome. GTO made it. Okay, GTO's here. Good. Hey, GTO.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I still didn't get to see. I came at the tail end. I still didn't get to see why he got fired. Still, because I never got. I think
They've never. So okay. So all right. That was the end of that article, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They never gave a reason why,
What?
and they won't give a reason why. But
What?
so again. So this is what I'm saying. So we look at both of these situations. Both of them got unexpected announcements, right? Both of them obviously didn't know what was going to happen to what. What's the difference between the two? It's acknowledged that Don Lemon got fired. On the other side, it's kind of like an abstract way of saying it, parting ways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't nobody saying Tucker Carlson got fired. I believe on Tucker Carlson's side, he got let go because of the backlash of the misinformation campaign. I'm gonna stand by that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had to save face in some way, shape, or fashion, along with the lawsuit from last week.
Right.
With Don Lemon, it's a different story. Don Lemon has been accused by multiple colleagues at CNN of bullying, harassment, stuff like that. Now these are women, not of the sexual variety. They just saying he like before the cameras go on, he acting like a diva, talking shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's always been female correspondents, not any male correspondent, female correspondent.
Right.
You can take that how you want to take it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Also, we know what was that last year? He was in the primetime slot. He got demoted to the morning slot.
Right.
So this was a foreshadowed conclusion on Don Lemon end. You know what I mean? He was acting like a diva.
Right.
You know, he was giving his colleagues smack.
You play your shit.
And they didn't like it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this was a foreshadowed conclusion on Don Lemon end. Tucker Carlson, he's just a casualty of war at this point. That's what he is.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's how I look at it. Like I said, all that is speculation, what I just said.
Right.
All of it is speculation because ain't nobody coming out and saying nothing.
Well,
until we hear from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it's interesting how they both hired the same lawyer. I thought that's very interesting.
Well, hey, you got hey, when it comes to that bread, it don't matter who what side you're on, left or right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gonna get the man best suited.
Oh, I agree.
And obviously this lawyer is best suited.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at. Like I said, there's been no official statement from neither CNN nor Fox News as to why they did what they did. We can only assume, and until uh, either Don Lemon or Tucker Carlson, or I just say and.
Don Lemon is gonna be okay. He can go on RuPaul show. Shit.
Well,
He can go
yeah,
right on RuPaul.
I mean
RuPaul's Drag Race.
What does RuPaul have the money?
the mind slaves on both sides will follow whoever. You know what I'm saying? So
What
yeah,
you
you're right
say?
about that.
Well, I'm saying I don't think RuPaul has the money that Fox has. I mean, or see.
I mean, oh, of course, it'll definitely be a downgrade.
Right.
Probably.
Who said something about RuPaul?
He gay.
I understand that. What the hell RuPaul got to do with news?
Like he can, like they would love for Don Lemon as to go on that show. What he got a spot over there?
Okay, so like I was saying.
But go ahead, continue. I'm just talking shit.
Nah. So again, Don Lemon he'll find somewhere to go. I ain't worried about that.
Right.
As will Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is way more popular than Don Lemon.
Right.
So Tucker Carlson can pick his spot on the right, of course. You know what I mean?
I gotta ask you this: does Newsmax, do they have that type of bread? Because I keep
I don't know. I don't know if Newsmax. I don't know.
Yeah, I keep hearing them mentioning that, so I'm just like, that's interesting.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Newsmax got it. I don't know if the Blaze got it. I don't know where Tucker Carlson could go.
Right.
But he may in a show of defiance, he may say, "Hey, it ain't about money at this point."
Right.
I done made millions upon millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
He might just say bump it and go somewhere and you thought it was bad on Fox News. Wait till you get on like one internet based show.
So bad. Shit, I didn't think it was so bad, man. I mean, like, well, it's funny that you say that because I shared a video where one of the black nationalists on the left, I forgot the organization, Tucker Carlson played it, and so. Shout out to Inyami, and I'm just like, that's why he got fired. But but like you said, we're just speculating at this point. But I thought that was
right. Yeah, I saw that video.
He played what?
He played a video. It was black nationalists. They're like leftists, communists, and
they communists is what they are.
Yeah, they communists.
But yeah. What he facing? What 20 years?
Yeah, he facing 20 years, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, where the free speech at, man? What the fuck?
Right.
Like, what kind of information do they have to get 20 years, man? Like, what the hell? The guy that leaked the information to the fucking the classified documents ain't getting that much time.
Right. But again, it's one thing to glorify like your freedoms here in this country. It's another thing to just outright like lie about shit. And they did a lot of lying at Fox News. I can't front on that. You know what I'm saying? Well, just like CNN do a lot of race bait. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And appeal to emotions and shit. Like both sides are at fault for the type of rhetoric that they spew. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's all about like the Hebrews say, eat the meat, spit out the bones. You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, on both sides, whether it be the left with CNN or the right with Fox News, it's a lot of mind slavery going on.
Right.
Yeah.
To the point where like the rhetoric is gospel. Whether it be the race baiting on CNN or whether it be the conspiracy theories on Fox News side. Like people can't discern information. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they hear something, that's it. That's what it is.
Right. Well,
and Tucker Carlson knew that, and he made millions of dollars off of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was good at what he did.
He did, yeah.
Don Lemon, on the other hand, I put you like this. When it comes to spewing rhetoric, Don Lemon can't hold a candle to Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is the king at rhetoric. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why he was so good at his job. That's why he
Right.
became the top guy.
Okay. Okay.
Don Lemon is just like
Average.
he a parrot at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
And he good at race baiting. What is beneficial to whatever liberal agenda that he's trying to push that day.
Right.
But Don Lemon can't out debate Tucker Carlson. He'll master that. But again, like I said, when you're dealing with the left, it's not really necessarily about debating because like the state can debate for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Based off the policies that they push. But yeah, it's real interesting, man. Like I said, we'll never know. We'll never know what the true intentions of the companies were until the company's saying. Hell, Tucker Carlson, Don Lemon don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. How long you think they'll settle? I guess out of court.
Eh, ain't nothing going to court.
I
They
mean,
just
well,
they just got they just got that lawyer on retainer.
oh, I see. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. GT, you want to read the next article? Let me know when the.
Yeah.
Okay.
House Republicans passed bill to ban transgender women, girls from school sports teams. Oh Lord, it's so little. Hold on. Let me make my shit bigger. Okay. Okay. House Republicans on Thursday passed a bill that seeks to prohibit transgender. Oh shit. Hold on, y'all. Because of my shit.
Do you need to
It's
blow it
so
up for?
little. Okay, now I can see.
Okay, okay.
That seeks to prohibit transgender women and girls from participating in female athletic programs, moving to the national stage, an issue that has thus far mainly played out in state legislatures and individual sports associations. The legislation, titled the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act and sponsored by Representative Greg Steube, passed in a party line 219 to 203 vote. It is the first standalone bill to restrict the rights of transgender people considered in the House. Damn. The Democratic controlled Senate, however, is unlikely to take up the measure, and the White House has issued a veto threat. The bill, which failed to advance during the last three Congresses, would amend Title. What's that? I don't
What's
know what
that?
number that
IX?
is. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's some type of yeah. IX. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. The federal civil rights law prohibiting sex-based discrimination in education to recognize sex as that which is based solely on a person's reproductive biology and genetics at birth. It specifically calls for prohibiting recipients of federal financial assistance that operate athletic activities from allowing transgender women and girls from participating on female sports teams. It would not, however, block transgender women and girls from training or practicing with female athletic programs. So, as long as no female is deprived of a roster spot on a team or a sport opportunity to participate in a practice or competition, scholarship, admission to an educational institution, or other benefits. This is about protecting women's sports now and into the future. House GOP Conference Chair Elise Stefanik, NY, the highest ranking Republican woman in the chamber, said at a press conference ahead of the vote Thursday. Biological women and girls should only be competing against other biological women and girls. Representative Beth Van Dune said, and I don't care how many surgeries you have. I don't care how many chemicals you put into your body. You're not going to be a biological woman. Mm. The Biden administration announced on Monday the president would veto the bill if it landed on his desk, arguing it discriminates against children. Excuse me, what? Let me read that again. The Biden administration announced on Monday the president would veto the bill if it landed on his desk, arguing it discriminates against children. Okay.
Well, that's at the
They,
Constitution.
All right. Oh my God.
how do it discriminate against kids? Anyway, the administration earlier this month is in a set of proposed changes to title whatever criticized policies that broadly ban transgender athletes from competing on sports teams consistent with with their gender identity. The education department.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that me? Hello?
Yeah, if he cut out,
Oh, she cut out. Did I cut out or she cut out?
she cut out.
Oh shit. Okay, we'll hold it right there. Wait till she get back. Damn. Well, how you feel? Like the Biden administration announced on Monday the president would veto the bill if it land on his desk, arguing it discriminates against children. You got this motherfucker senile as fuck, bro. I don't mean to crazy.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can say that, but also, like, that's the agenda. You know what I'm saying? And it's unconstitutional as hell because he just made that up.
Right.
Like where in the Constitution where it say discrimination against children?
Yeah.
First of all, how do you discriminate against a child? Like how do you do that? How is that possible?
Right. Because a child would have to get the parents' consent. I would imagine if
that's what you would think.
Yeah, that has to be that's wow.
Can't no child sign himself up for sport.
No.
Parent got to do that. So this is what I mean by dumb as hell.
Yo, he just
like
hand over the presidency to Trump, ain't he?
I don't know, but yeah, she cut out, man. So you're gonna have to finish reading.
Okay, then. All right. So she left off where it says the educational department's proposal, which has yet to undergo a period of public comment, would not prohibit transgender athletes' bans in their entirety. However, and local school districts still will be able to enact policies that limit athletic participation based on a set of sex-related eligibility criteria if the rules is finalized into law. Okay, she's back. Okay, GTO, you back? Okay, I think she's back. GTO. Hold on, y'all. I think she's having a little technical. GTO, unmute your mic, babe. All right, just jump in anytime you're ready, GTO. Okay, the education propose was into laws. Okay, going to the next one line. Oh shit, this damn ad is in the way. An additional proposal released by the Biden administration in June would amend the definition of sex discrimination in Title IX that includes sexual orientation and gender identity. At least 21 states since 2020 have enacted laws or policies that prevent transgender athletes from participating on sports teams consistent with their gender identity, and more than 40 such bills have been introduced into legislatures across the country this year, according to the Human Rights Campaign, the nation's largest LGBTQ advocacy group. During Thursday's press conference, Stefanik called the legislation a winning issue across America, standing up for the future of women and girls. Democrats have pushed back against arguments that the bill intends to make sports safer for more equitable equitable for women and young girls. Don't believe for a minute that this is about protecting women and girls, because if Republicans care about that, they would be voting against equal pay. You back, GTO? Against paid sick leave, against universal child care. The way that the bill targets children in the name of gender equality is insulting, Republican Pramila Jayapal said during a debate on Wednesday. Jayapal, one of the co-chairs of the House of Equality Caucus on the mother of a transgender daughter, questioned how the proposed law would be enforced and how a child's reproductive biology could be verified in a non-invasive manner. If a young girl, if your daughter doesn't look feminine enough, is she subject to an examination, she said. Jayapal last month reintroduced the Trans Bill of Rights, a sweeping resolution meant to strengthen civil rights protections for non-gender and non-binary Americans. Representative Mark Tapano, a co-chair of Equality Caucus on the one of the just 13 openly LGBTQ members of Congress, similarly argued on Wednesday that the measure would open the door to unnecessary and intrusive investigation into female athletes. He cited an investigation in Utah over the summer where the gender of a young cisgender female athlete was called into question after she placed first in a competition by a wide margin. LGBTQ rights groups have broadly condemned the measure, which they say discriminates against transgender people. The legislation has also been rejected by women's rights organizations, including the National Women's Law Center and Women's Sports Foundation. A coalition of professional Olympic and Paralympic female athletes, in a letter to Congress this month, urged lawmakers to vote against the bill and turn their attention to cause women athletes have been fighting for decades, like equal pay and an end to abuse and mistreatment. Representative Virginia Fox, the chair of the House of Education Committee and one of the bill's 93 GOP co-sponsors during the legislative hearing on Monday, refused to acknowledge the existence of transgender women. They're males, sorry, she said. Fox on Monday added that she does not know what a trans girl is and argued that it is impossible for a person to live as a sex that is different from their sex assigned at birth. House Republicans this week similarly denied the existence of transgender identity by referring to transgender women as biological males, a term condemned by the LGBTQ rights group for its implication, and transgender women are lying about their identity. Whew, lot said there. Oh man, GTO, you back? Lot said there, y'all. Lot said there.
All right, so again, so the House passed this bill. It went through the House. Even though, in my opinion, a lot of the language in the bill is still wrong because they still allowing transgenders to basically practice with girls. Like, what's the point of that? I don't know. How was that? How does that lead into the I guess into the complacency of how they dealing with decorum within the facilities? That's still gonna be an issue.
Right.
as far as like locker rooms and shit like that, that wasn't addressed. All that they addressed in this bill was they doing it so positions won't be taken by transgender people because currently that's what's been going on.
Right.
Um, but it's still ill-fated because it won't go through the Senate. It's gonna get knocked down in the Senate.
Right. Absolutely.
And even by some happenstance that it do pass through the Senate, Biden's gonna veto the shit. So it really don't matter at the end of the day. In order for something like this to take place, a Republican president gonna have to executive order it. That's the only way it's gonna happen. Because it ain't gonna be able to go through legislation.
Right. Interesting.
What you finna say, GTO?
I just find it weird that he just gonna veto it. That's just weird to me. It don't matter like how anybody feel. Don't nobody like he don't feel like this bill is needed. That's just very weird to me. It's just weird because I just didn't know Biden was that strong on like the transgender children. Like, I mean, I knew the Democratic Party was like, you have some Democrats that, I mean, it's just weird. Maybe because the Democrats, I know they like it because like the point that y'all keep making is just like, that time is gone where they for black people. I mean, it never really was. It was just a facade, but it's just weird. Like, I didn't know that was that hardcore. Like, yeah, save the transgender babies. Like, I didn't know it was that deep. That man said he gonna veto that bill, and I just think it's a good bill. Like, I mean, you do see one thing that I have seen. Like, even before I left, stop Trey. Even before I left the social justice warrior space, I got tired of men coming out and getting arrested for like raping somebody or beating somebody up. And when you acknowledge them as men, it's like, no, because they painted their nails for like 6 months and they started wearing a flower headband and they changed their name to a unisex name and said that they're non-binary. A lot of the reason why a large percentage of like the growing trans population is creepy men, attention-seeking women who is just like, oh yeah, I'm non-binary and all this other shit. That's what, and they want to go into certain spaces, especially the men. They want to go into women's spaces and they want to do a whole bunch of madness. They taking up a lot of that percentage. That's why you see the transgender rate going up so much. Like the percentage of people who identify as transgender. A very small number of people are really born that way. Is there people that's really born that way? I believe they are. But it's so small, it's really insignificant to even straight people, which is why you find me saying gay people was like, okay, we're going to band together because y'all not going to keep killing us and beating our ass. And we so far in between. And it becomes a problem because straight people, they use the transgender thing to their own advantage and shit like that. And they go into certain spaces and they start taking up the sports. Like you have men that be like the lowest ranking in they sports as men. They go into it as women and now they beating up all these women and stuff like that. That's a disadvantage of people just using this shit for their own greed or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? That's not right. Mm-hmm. These people, there's really people. I know, Junior, I was watching it too. But anyway, it's so fucking good, bitch. But anyway, it's really people that really, feel that way and that really buy for that because they cannot deal with the opposite sex. You feel what I'm saying? They really can't. But I was just telling MD earlier, you feel what I'm saying? I've had gay friends that was gayer than a $6 bill. As soon as we got the opportunity to get along, this is like me growing up in high school. As soon as we got the opportunity to get along together, all of a sudden you trying to have sex with me. Sir, what? Like, I mean, they walk around in like assless pants and talk with a twang and all this and wave their hands and shit. But you trying to fuck somebody like that? Like me having that experience as a child, like I was like 16, not a child, but I was like a teenager. Me having that experience, that shit is scary.
Right.
That shit is creepy. That we don't know what percentage of y'all just really want to look for love or just really want to live your own lifestyle versus who's using it to be predatory, especially with the non-binary thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the men will be doing some abusive shit behind the scenes with a woman, and then when you try to hold that man accountable, it's just like the women, they be complaining like this is what men do. Oh, this I'm not a man. I'm not a man, and you're transphobic. So then they go to this person being transphobic when they calling out this person, and even though you're calling out so and so, you still don't want to be transphobic. It's like, bro, they just raped and beat somebody up. Yeah, but other people, they don't like it. It just becomes a whole distraction. You know what I'm saying? It's a distraction.
Right.
Oh, that's all I wanted to say.
Well, shit. My question was, GTO and MD was, why can't they just add another, another category like male,
I was just ready to say that.
and transgender? I mean, why can't they
Yep.
another? If it's that serious,
I ask that question all the time too, and transgender women, they always say like, oh, because we're just like the other women, but you're not. That's why you got all these preface, like that's why you got the cis woman, the trans woman. That's why it's like it's different stuff in front of women. You're a different type of woman, and they know. And sometimes they just go too far trying to knock down certain doors. It's just like you're not gonna knock down. You shouldn't even want to even. If you have a beard and you identifying as a woman, you shouldn't even want to be in a bathroom with women that's mostly not going to look like you. That's mostly going to be hairless. Like, yes, I believe that now it's hard to even be on them people's side because there's so many people just masquerading and, trying to be a predatory asshole. But I really do, for the most part, believe that when women say when trans women say they're women, they're fucking women. Because at the end of the day, especially black women, we go through transphobia. Even if even if we are cis women, we still go through transphobia. If we're hairy, if we have big feet, if we have big hands, if we have a deep voice, somebody will call us a man. Just like that other man, they'll call that a man. Somebody that's identifying as a man. But I feel like people take shit too far. You end up being nice to them people, and it's like, why y'all act like y'all retarded, like y'all can't see that this man that's coming in this bathroom with a beard and hairy legs and a hairy chest, he's just a fucking pervert, and we not supposed to say nothing? That's phony. That's phony to me.
So that's not acceptable. But a man that take the time to dress up like a woman from the head to the toe is a woman.
What?
You just said.
No, I'm saying it's unrealistic on their part to not see like straight people going to the bathroom or like cis women going in the bathroom. You can't expect for her to not feel like this is a fucking pervert. He not even trying to look the part. He not even trying to pass. Like, you feel what I'm saying? That whole thing is more of a journey. It's a lot of men that's just waking up that's deciding it's too hard to be a man and I don't want to fucking pay bills again. I want to suck dick for the rest of my life and it's going to be easy to be a woman. It's really people coming out like that and they desecrating that whole journey. Even I feel like from actual men that like grew up and they was more feminine and stuff like that. And they really did feel like, wow, like I feel different in my body. I really do believe that.
So being a woman is a rite of passage then is what you're saying.
What? You said being a what?
Being a woman is a rite of passage is what you're saying.
I'm not saying it's necessarily even a rite of passage. I wouldn't just go out and say that. I'm just saying it's more of a journey than what people is doing, and people just trying to take shortcuts in life, and that's not what it is. And not only
so it's more acceptable. if they go through the process.
They have to understand it's more respectable on all ends, and just like that's something that they should strive to do anyway, because of their body that they coming from, and they have to experience that body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is the number one. They have to not feel right in their body. They have to change something about their body.
So you went all around the world. I asked you a specific question.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah. What you said, I just said, yeah.
You accept that person being a woman because of the process from whatever age on up to transform themselves into that woman. That's acceptable.
Why?
The dude with the beard. What?
To a certain extent, I mean, I have to, but in certain.
So what you just said just cancel out everything about this bill. It just canceled that out.
What do you mean?
You are actually a proponent of this bill.
No, I'm not. Because I said you didn't hear. You keep cutting me off. You're not seeing what I'm saying. I said society in general. They can't keep getting mad at society because they don't. You can't walk in with the fucking beard. It's men that fucked it up. Period. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's men that really doesn't like living as a man. Decided with my beard, I'm gonna put on a dress and I'm gonna go into certain spaces and I'm gonna go identify as trans. They fucked it up for people that's legit. You feel what I'm saying? Legit. But no, I don't think they should be able to go into the bathrooms. I don't think they should want to go into the bathrooms. Anyway, you understand what I'm saying? Just because I accept them identifying as a woman, which the world say we have to anyway, or you're going to get fired somewhere, or you're going to face consequences. My whole point about it is it's still different nuances to these conversations. You feel what I'm saying? It's definitely some asshole that's trying to be gender fluid, that's going into women's spaces, that's trying to be abusive. There's definitely some asshole with a beard that's just tired of being a man, that's trying to go into these bathrooms and stuff like that and do whatever. And I don't think that's conducive to gay people. I don't think it's conducive to cis people and trans people relations. It's just bullshit. You know, it's just not going to help. When you have a lack of balance for all these conversations as far as gender is concerned, it's just not cool, because when the trans people not honest about what the fuck going on, and the cis people is not honest about what we go through, even in our own respectable gender and shit like that. Like, I don't think that's cool neither, for us to act blind on both parties. You understand what I'm saying? I agree with what Black Son said. They should want their own bathroom. They should want their own sports league and shit like that. No, you're not going just as a man, just be the weakest link in your own gender and then turn around and become a transgender and then think you're going to be. No, number one, amongst biological women. That's dead wrong. It's dead wrong.
So the person that had since an early age has went through the transformation to blossom into this beautiful woman. Does that person got the right to compete with other women? You tell me.
No.
Okay, all right, we can move on to.
And you want to know why? You want to know why though, babe? Why I say that? They would never, even if they had the same amount of testosterone or whatever, estrogen or whatever fuck you want to say, as the other women, right? Even if they had the same amount, the person who fucked that up for them is some asshole who couldn't make it in their own, you know what I'm saying, league, in their own gender, not their own league, but their own gender and their own athletic situation. They decided to switch over. That's the only reason why. You don't understand what I'm saying? And I feel like people just fuck it up for everybody. I just think just to avoid that whole situation, because even in a situation when somebody is transitioning, you can't really it's not really appropriate to ask them about their old name and all that other stuff and their old life. So people not really gonna know what their old life was before. You feel what I'm saying? If they was, as a male, was they already in athletics and stuff like that, or is this that they fresh start? And we don't know how they do as a male. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right, yeah, we can move on to the next article.
All right. All right, you told me I need to blow it up, or is that good?
Let me see. Georgia prosecutor to reveal charging decisions in Trump probe this summer. Oh Lord. Let me see. Let me see. Let me put.
I might have to blow it up a little bit. Oh yeah, let me blow that up. Oh shit. How? Okay, let me see how that looks. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, so let me scroll down. Okay, there we go. How's that?
Yeah, and see, I'm trying to blow up my screen, but see, stream y'all
Oh,
stupid. No, I'm
oh,
talking about my personal screen, my personal screen, but
oh. Okay, no problem, no problem.
my yeah, stream y'all not gonna let me do it. Let me see
Oh,
something. Hold on, y'all. I can't see anything. Oh my God, Black Sun, please make it bigger. Okay, I see it now.
okay.
Atlanta Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis said Monday that she'll announce charging decisions stemming from her probe into possible interference in the 2020 election by former President Donald Trump and his allies early as mid-July. Willis said the charging decisions will be revealed during the state superior court's fourth term, which begins July 11th and ends September 1st. The timeline and the clearest that Willis has given about potential indictments since she said in January that an announcement was imminent. In the near future, I will announce charging decisions resulting from the investigation my office has been conducting into possible criminal interference in the administration of Georgia's 2020 general elections. Willis wrote in a letter Monday to Fulton County Sheriff Patrick Labor. She said the need for vigilance will increase during the time period. Open source intelligence has indicated the announcement of decision in this case may provoke significant public reaction. Willis wrote, "We have seen in recent years that some may go outside of public expressions of opinion that are protected by the First Amendment to engage in acts of violence that will endanger the safety of our community. As leaders, it is incumbent on us to prepare." Incumbent.
Incumbent.
The Atlanta Journal Constitution first. Wait, what does that say? I can't see. Is that say Constitution?
Yeah, Atlanta Constitution.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. The Atlanta Journal Constitution first reported Willis' letter after she shared the time frame for her decision. Willis added, "Please accept this correspondence as notice to allow you sufficient time to prepare the sheriff's office and extraordinate with local, state, and federal agencies to ensure that our law enforcement community is ready to protect the public." A spokesman for the DA's office declined to comment. A source familiar with the investigation has said law enforcement officials were watching how Trump's arraignments played out in Manhattan, including security measures and protesters. The district attorney there, Alvin Bragg, has been the subject of several hundred threats in the build up to and aftermath of charging the former president. Trump pleaded not guilty in New York in the New York case, and he accused Willis, a Democrat, of engaging in a politically motivated witch hunt with the Fulton County probe. It could be when they say witch hunt. The Georgia grand jury that Willis enlisted to investigate possible interference in the 2020 election by Trump and his allies decided to recommend indicting over a dozen people. Four person said, the four-person said in February, a list she said might include Trump There are certainly names that you will recognize. Yes, there are names also you might not recognize. The four-person Emily Kohler said on NBC News Nightly News. Trump is also being scrutinized by special counsel Jack Smith, who is overseeing dual probes into Trump's action around the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol and his failure to comply with the Justice Department subpoena demanding the return of government documents and possible mishandling of those documents.
Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it, y'all. So yeah. You want to go first? Who wants to go first? 'Cause I got something to say about this.
Go ahead, Black Sun or MD. You want to go first?
I'll let MD go first.
Now go ahead.
All right. Well, it's a nothing burger. It's going to be another goddamn situation like Briggs, charging goddamn Trump 24 times. It's a waste of time. So to the DA in Fulton County, because that's where we live, man, don't waste your time. Don't make a bad move. You just don't do it. Don't do it. So you're just going to propel Trump into office, and you're gonna have pie on your face. That's as simple as that. That's my 2 cents.
No, like I said, all these is just stumbling blocks for 2024. I mean, it don't get no more obvious than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's trying to compile everything that she can to try to come up with a formidable indictment. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Not to necessarily try to get Trump caught up, but trying to get him stumbling block, trying to get him caught up in so much legality that it's impossible for him to continue to run for 2024. You know that now that's me putting my conspiracy hat on.
No, I would agree. I definitely agree with that because
You know what I mean?
yeah, you do
I
it now.
mean, how many times have we seen candidates drop out of races because of some legal mix up? You know what I mean?
You think it's gonna work this time though? Because yeah, like John Kerry, yeah, we've seen it in the past, but I don't think it's gonna work this time, bro. No, Trump.
I it's they add more nitro in the tank if you ask me. But because
Nitro
I
in the
mean
tank for
we
what?
dealing with it. We dealing, huh?
More nitro in the tank for what? Him to get elected?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, but I'm not basing that off of nothing that Trump said or did. I'm basing that off of the machine that is MAGA. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's more fuel for them.
Absolutely.
Like this whole MAGA revolution is like this is unprecedented in
Yeah.
terms of like leading a group of people onward toward a race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the American people. Like we ain't never seen nothing like this.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Obama with the change. I mean I guess that'll be a close second only because we were dealing with like a quote unquote black person. You know what I mean? And it riled the Negroes up and they all came together at least for something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And put this man in office that didn't do jack shit for him. On the other hand, we got MAGA. Like MAGA is a different beast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
I mean we've seen like subsections of groups that formulated this MAGA machine, whether it was Q, whether it was the evangelical right, like they done form like Voltron. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's good analogy.
All under the head of Trump.
Hmm.
Of all people, who would have thought? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But the marketing machine is so powerful that again, like I was saying earlier, like the mind slaves, that it's a powerful drug. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, don't get it twisted. There are some policies that I agree with when it comes to Trump.
Right.
Do I consider myself a Trump fan? No. Did I vote for Trump in both 16 and 20? Yeah, I did. But hell, I ain't had no choice in the matter, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Right. Break it down. Break it down, brother.
But in any regard, um, I don't feel like I'm part of that marketing machine, even though I recognize it.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Good point. That's a very good point.
But stuff like this, like I say, it's only to hinder the machine that is Trump. How long can they hold on to it? Is the question. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can they make it a hindrance all the way until deep into 2024? I don't know if they can do that.
I don't think so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the Fulton County DA won't be the last.
Right. Right. I don't think so either.
You know
But
what I mean?
yeah, but every step of the way, it's actually going to help Trump. It's going to actually keep his name, keep him relevant. Because what I'm trying to understand is, I guess the DAs, the one in New York, Braggs, and the one here in Atlanta, I guess they don't understand the Streisand effect. I really don't think they understand it. I think they're in a bubble. They're in a world that is black and white. There's like no gray in between. Like they really don't understand the Streisand effect. I don't think they're
Right.
the media. I don't think they are in tune with what's going on. They don't understand that. I mean, I don't think they see the bigger picture. They just be like, oh, well, like she's seeing, oh, well, Braggs did in New York. Oh, I'm going to do it too. But it's going, they both going to fall on their face. It's going to propel Trump. That's my prediction.
Right. And this is my issue with the whole thing. We heard what Trump said in his dinner speech when it comes to like once he gets in office, he's gonna go after these corrupt DAs and racist, like rhetoric like that fuels these people, and that's the part I don't like.
Absolutely.
So why put yourself in a position to do the bidding of the Democratic Party? Now it's one thing if you got a case, like I said, do your job. You're a DA, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Do your job. I ain't telling you not to. But don't try to criminalize democracy, if that makes sense.
It does.
Whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right. It makes perfect sense. That's why I said these people must be in a bubble because, like you said, it's you don't want to come off the wrong way and strike white fury. I was reading this thing on Woodrow Wilson, and well, people know, that white fury is real, man. And like you said, they'll come together like Voltron, and they have, and they will again, and they're going to put Trump back in office. And that
No doubt.
Yeah, that leaves pie on their face. The district attorney in Atlanta and district attorney in damn New York. They're already district attorney in New York. Like people are like, what the hell? People on the left, people on CNN are like, yo, what? Like what? I don't see nothing here. It's the same charge 36 times. Like seriously, really? Oh, I'm hoping the DA in Fulton County see the backlash. Like, dude, this dude's gotten backlash. So unless she's living in a world in a bubble where she's not in tune, because obviously this Briggs guy is not in tune. So, what I'm saying is, I think she's gonna fall flat on her face because this guy Briggs is gonna fall on his face. That's what I'm predicting. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're going to have to see what's going to happen. I mean, what I'm expecting for the DA to do here in Atlanta, like, I see, with her, it's a different scenario because like I said, they mentioned the documents, right? So if she can trace back any type of fraudulent or coercive documents, whether it has something to do with like the whole thing with Raffensperger here in Georgia,
Right.
or Camp, she gonna try to use that as a major player in whatever indictment she come up with, if she even come up with an indictment.
Right. If she,
Um,
because as far as I know, she only has a phone call. So I don't know if
right.
there's even, yeah, I mean, you're talking about a phone call.
Now again, if we go back to the Fox News settlement, right?
Uh-huh.
Here's what I think could actually happen. They could use a lot of those discoveries in that. Well, it didn't ever go to trial, so I don't know what the discoveries will be.
Right.
But in dealing with this case here in Georgia, they could actually use a lot of that documentation as far as misinformation that those tech companies that make those machines, they could use a lot of that documentation to formulate a case of the coerciveness when it comes to whatever they figure as far as with Raffensperger
Right.
and the call from Trump, because a lot of that was indicative on recounting those votes via those machines.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Ultimately, we don't know what Raffensperger, like we know Raffensperger wasn't with it to a certain extent, but we don't know the extent that Raffensperger went in order to even see if it was possible to
Right.
recount those votes via those machines, and the legality in which it takes in order to do that via the process. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I can see them trying to compare and contrast information, both the tech company, I forget the name of the company, the tech
Dominion.
companies that Dominion, that's the name.
Yeah. Dominion. Yeah.
Yeah, Dominion, and because I mean, as far as I know, a lot of those machines were here in Georgia. You know what I mean?
Right.
As
Yeah.
with other different machines.
Yeah. That's right.
So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what she come up with as far as trying to build a case.
Right. Right. Like I said, if it does even go down, which, like I said, hopefully she don't try to pursue it, because it won't be a good look at all. You know, it's really a gamble. But like I said, really is just a hindrance to hinders his campaign. But like I said, at what price do you pay? What sacrifice? Because you about to sacrifice your damn career, on a nothing burger. So yeah, that's where I stand. Like I said, this all stems from Briggs, man. It just said in the article, you know, and we discussed it last time how Briggs' case up in New York gives precedence. But damn, if that's precedence, charging a man's same charge 36 times, if that's precedence, then that's precedence to get pie in the face, in my opinion.
Well, like I said again, we don't know how far that's gonna go. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
uh, what um what she gonna come up with. So I ain't gonna go that far. But I do see it as a stumbling block.
Mm.
So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
So you see it as a stumbling block. I see it as a catapult, actually. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Well, shit. Well, like I said,
Right.
we'll have to see, man. She talking about this summer, which is interesting. This summer, you know, um, with the DA's
Yeah,
office.
couple of months.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. Hmm.
Well, all right, man. That's all I got for this week.
All right.
Uh, Arena Broad on Thursday. Do you got anything to preview or?
Yeah, Thursday we're gonna have. I'm looking for the backers now, for the Sudan. Uh, situation. So yeah, we're going to deal more with Sudan, and also I don't know if I got round to Bakhmut yet, but I do want to mention some what's happening in the EU. Some very interesting turn of events. Hungary basically saying they're not going to cast a vote for Ukraine for Zelensky unless something about it is weird because they said unless he gets permission from Putin. I was like, huh? So yeah, it's very. I don't know if they're being sarcastic or what, but yeah, Hungary, Romania, and another country said yeah, before Ukraine is considered, they would have to get permission from Putin. So yeah, I'm gonna bring that article. And yeah,
All right, man.
uh-huh.
All right, there you got it, man. But yeah, that's all I got for, like I said, this week. Again, every Tuesday is Arena this week. You know, we deal with major news stories here in the good old USA, Arena abroad. We deal with international news. So be on the lookout every Tuesdays and Thursdays, Arena this week, Arena abroad. Hit the like button, subscribe. And yeah, man, we're gonna continue to do these things every week. I like doing it. So
yes, sir. Me too, man.
That's
and
what we at with it.
Man, I want to thank thank you, MD, and I would definitely want to thank GTO, man. GTO, man, I look forward to hearing from her again, man. Shout out to GTO. And yeah.
No doubt, man, no doubt.
Yep. So okay, so yeah, we'll close it out, man. And yeah, we'll come back next Thursday. We'll do the Arena abroad, man, and we'll bring these articles again.
All right, man. Hey, I guess with that, man, hey, we're gonna say peace. Peace to everybody that showed up in the chat.
Yep, that's right. All right, with that being said, we out. Peace, y'all. We out.